Consider this. Every year, over 150,000 adults are remanded into custody, resulting in approximately 350,000 children being negatively impacted by parental incarceration in Canada. In 2015, over 2,200 children across this country received a gift through Angel Tree Christmas. Here to tell us more are Stacey Campbell, CEO of Prison Fellowship Canada, and Jonathan Miller, among other things, National Director of Angel Tree Program for PFC. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you, Moira.
Oh, I've been in a church where that angel tree has been part of Christmas for I don't know how many years, but I'm sure some are hearing about it for the first time. I want to establish first and foremost, though, that Prison Fellowship International, the largest prison ministry network in the world, is the result, the wonderful outcome of Chuck Colson doing prison time.
Yeah, that's right.
Just want to establish this is what he began in what year? 70? Well, as soon as he got out of prison, right. 1976,
yes, yeah.
After the whole Watergate scandal. It just beauty from ashes. What about Angel Tree? When did it emerge?
Angel Tree was a program actually that began with a female inmate who was incarcerated. She was incarcerated in the U.S. Mary Kay Beard was her name, and she was actually on the top 10 most wanted fugitives in the U.S. and eventually was brought to justice and did serve time. And while she was there, she's still a parent, even though she was incarcerated. And just that awful period where you have nothing to give and no vehicle to give anything to your child. So women would save up their little soaps that they would get and send that home, just that ache to send anything home to the children. And so when she got out of prison in 1982, she came on board at Prison Fellowship and began the Angel Tree program.
And how it has grown. It's in every province and territory. I do understand, though, that there are a few provinces that need a little help to reach every child.
That's right.
Jonathan, the whole thing is initiated by the prisoner, whether it's mom or dad. How does it work?
Yes, so we, inmates in institutions right across the country will submit an application to Prison Fellowship to have their children receive a Christmas gift. And what we do is we take those applications, we screen them, approve them, and then we put them into the hands of local sponsors, churches, individuals in the community where the children live. And they volunteer to purchase, wrap, and deliver a gift to the child from the parent. And that parent includes a little gift tag handwritten for the child so that on Christmas morning there's a gift from mom or dad under the tree for them.
Now, yeah, gift tag handwritten by the parent.
Yes.
And those, I'm sure, are vetted. The parent suggests the gift idea, right? So it is as personal as you can possibly make it. And then it has to get to a tree where that child is, perhaps with another parent or a grandparent. There's a lot of strategy in pulling this off. Really?
Yes, yes.
Very personal. $30 maximum?
Yes.
So there's some, and it comes wrapped, and is left not just in churches. Who gets involved with this? Who else?
There's churches, of course, but anybody can be involved in this program. We have individuals, families, small groups, just people in the community who catch the vision and say, we care about this. And they simply go and they register as a sponsor, and we match them up with the children. And it's a great way to just bring the love and the hope of Christ to a family that's going to be struggling most likely at Christmas.
You know, it doesn't take much to realize how significant this simple gesture is when, you know, we're dealing with a fatherless generation. Just the wound, the open wound of living without one or both parents. Sometimes it's both. You were telling me, Stacey. This is really an investment in life and a community.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it goes beyond a gift. The ongoing program of Prison Fellowship is about relationship.
Absolutely.
About building community.
We had just a quick story if I can. There was a church out in Vancouver area last year that was assigned a gift through Angel Tree Christmas. They were assigned a child through Angel Tree Christmas. And when they got the name, they discovered that that child actually went to their church already. And they had no idea that this family was dealing with a parent who's in prison. And it became this incredible opportunity, not just to give them a gift, but to minister to them ongoing. And it's been neat to hear as we've tracked a bit with that on how that's continued. And that's the community you're talking about. This is a first step into the opportunity to continue to love on these families.
Love and rescue. Matthew 25. Jesus said, I was in prison and you visited me. I tell you the truth, when you did it to one of the least of these, my brothers and sisters, you did it. You were doing it to me.
And the great thing about that verse is the scripture is not talking about those who are believers and those who are unbelievers. It's talking to all of the believers. And it's making a distinction between those who are playing at Christianity and those who are living out the gospel.
Being little Christ.
Being little Christ. And so when you read that, that passage in Matthew 25, what it's really telling us is the poor don't need the rich. The poor have Jesus. It's the rich who need the poor, because that's a reference letter. And we all need a reference letter. Who did you visit? Who did you take care of? Who did you clothe? Who did you feed? Where's your reference letter?
Wow. I want to think about that some more.
Yeah.
I was looking at Isaiah 61 as well, you know, the scripture about Jesus, about the Messiah to come, and of course the one that got him in so much trouble when he quoted that verse about himself. But just that part, you know, the Lord has anointed me to proclaim good news to the poor. I'm just going to jump ahead. Well, no, I'm not going to. I'm going to read the whole thing. He has sent me to bind up the brokenhearted, to proclaim freedom for the captives. Now, these captives some of them are never getting out.
Yeah.
But this part, and release from darkness for the prisoners. That can happen in prison if they never leave prison.
Yeah.
The darkness of separation from their loved ones, the darkness of grief and remorse, of failure to be the parent that they maybe wanted to be, or maybe are maturing into realizing they needed to be. You know, that darkness of remorse.
Yeah.
This is all part of that kind of restoration and reconciliation.
Yeah.
It's
That's
a beautiful thing. How many countries is Prison Fellowship in?
It's in over 120 countries.
God bless Chuck Colson.
Yeah.
Nothing wasted in that man's life.
Yeah, that's right.
Went home to be with to his reward, to be with the Lord in 2012.
Yes, that's right. April 2012. Yes.
But the work goes on, and it is multifaceted. I didn't mention all of your affiliations with the ministry, Jonathan. You're part of keeping this wonderful thing happening all year round.
Yes.
What's the deadline for gifts for the children of inmates?
We obviously want to get them under the tree before Christmas, so time is ticking away. We have, 12 days left, but we have the opportunity. I think you mentioned earlier, there's some gifts still to be assigned to sponsors right now. We've got children, particularly in Saskatchewan, that people can serve even remotely by mailing gifts or gift cards to them. So people could sign up today, tomorrow, ideally sooner rather than later. But
Gift cards, I didn't even think of that.
Yes.
Yeah.
That makes it quick and simple.
Yes, and it saves a bit on the cost of shipping, but honestly, it's more about the connection between the child and the parent, and just that they have something from mom or dad.
Connection, and I'm just going to be right up front and say you have 100 children
Yes.
not accounted for. No gift yet.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know our beloved viewers are going to rise to this challenge. So you can bring joy to an inmate's child this Christmas, and perhaps consider becoming one of over 1,000 volunteers with Prison Fellowship Canada in 2017.
Yes. Yeah.
There's a bright
Wonderful.
thought.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you. Thank you.